First, things you might know about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo turns into trouble. Brilliant footwork. Amazing goal for Cristiano Ronaldo.
You ready to have your mind blown?
And let's start from the beginning, because if you didn't know that once upon a time, Ronaldo was really ugly. Since he became famous, he's undergone more plastic surgeries than Michael Jackson. $5,000 for a nose job, $20,000 for veneers, $600 a year to get his eyebrows done, $2,000 a year for his wrinkled forehead. Unbelievably, Ronaldo even got a hair transplant so he wouldn't end up like Andrew Tate. You know how they say, "You're not ugly, you're just poor," quoting Ronaldo. Wait, was he even fat? No, but Ronaldo's team was so worried that he was putting on some weight that they hired an overweight guy just to motivate him.
A lot of people say my methods and exercises are silly or irrelevant. Those people are wrong.
I'm trying to impress Ronaldo, but I'm not the only one. Ronaldo's already become the richest football player of all time.
You are apparently worth $500 million.
I don't know, maybe.
What did you say? I believe Ronaldo's value is much higher than that. Only on the field, he's earned over $500 million, but off the field, Ronaldo has launched merch for his fans and created his own NFT collections. And just so you know, with every single post he makes, Ronaldo, and I'm not kidding, earns $1 million. But Ronaldo's best move was when he became the third athlete in history to sign a lifetime deal with Nike, making him the first footballer billionaire. So yes, I'd say he's rich. After all, Ronaldo has over 50 world records, from the most goals scored to being the highest-rated FIFA player of all time. Ronaldo even recently bought the most expensive new car in history, a $14 million Bugatti. So reporters are always praising Ronaldo's records whenever they see him. But scrolling through Ronaldo's ridiculously huge list of records would take an entire day. Ronaldo's now the most famous person in history. He's already been the most followed athlete on Twitter and the most followed person on Facebook. Wow, his Wikipedia page has been viewed over 48 trillion times. But recently, he became the first person to reach not 100, not 200, but over 500 million followers on Instagram, now aiming for 600. He's the most followed person ever. Darn, he has all those fans and never had to show his butt even once? Ronaldo loves food so much he can't even eat a single meal without taking a selfie with it. From his morning breakfast to a protein-filled diet of Portuguese dishes, octopus, pizza, and even KFC, he hired a personal chef to make sure he eats 6 meals a day. So no matter where he is, he's always putting something in his mouth, even on the field. And if you thought Ronaldo's already doing pretty well, he goes even further because Ronaldo works harder than any other athlete. Just take a look at his physique. I mean, he's definitely not like us, and it's no coincidence that Ronaldo has less body fat than supermodels. He works out 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. And how much does that add up to in a year? Ronaldo's insane workout routine isn't something you can do at any ordinary gym. I mean, the guy even does cardio by cycling underwater, and he lifts around 50,000 pounds every single session. This man's a beast. But as crazy as it may sound, Ronaldo's appeared in some of the weirdest commercials I've ever seen. All I know is that Ronaldo must have secured a lifetime's worth of money to make a fool out of himself like that, but as much work as he puts into sponsorships, workouts, and work, at some point he'll have to rest. That's why he's also the best sleeper in the world. Instead of sleeping at night and waking up in the morning like us normal folks, Ronaldo does things differently and takes 5 90-minute naps each day. Whether it's on his private jet or on his $30,000 custom mattress, Ronaldo values sleep so much that he even made his football club install sleeping pods at their training facility. Now this guy knows how to impress. But now you'll see where Ronaldo gets his energy. He's got a better singing voice than most singers. Even though you've seen Ronaldo hanging out with rapper Lil Wayne, what he really listens to is Elton John, George Michael, Phil Collins, Brazilian music, and Portuguese. I mean, this guy's playing this music everywhere. And not only did Ronaldo eventually get inspired to step into the recording booth,
Amor mío, eres el ser que amo sin fin.
Nowadays, Ronaldo sings his favorite song wherever he goes. Man, this guy can do it all. But ironically, soccer isn't Ronaldo's favorite sport. Yes, you heard right. He tried baseball, hitting fastballs and throwing the first pitch in an MLB game, but Ronaldo, of course, prefers basketball much more. It's even been measured that Ronaldo has a higher vertical jump than most NBA players. Ronaldo's athleticism goes beyond legend, and that's why, after performing one of the most incredible leaps in football history, he compared himself to Michael Jordan. And other NBA players started adopting Ronaldo's celebration in their games. However, basketball isn't even Ronaldo's favorite sport. In fact, he doesn't even enjoy playing with the balls. He prefers watching combat sports like boxing or UFC, even though he knows he'll never become a professional.
Do you think you could be a fighter?
I don't think so.
If I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have believed it. Like Ronaldo's $25 million lawsuit. In 2009, Ronaldo and his friends took a trip to the world's party capital, Las Vegas. And you know what they say? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, except for a certain incident.
Developing story here on SportsCenter. Cristiano Ronaldo is under investigation for a rape allegation.
Initially, Ronaldo denied all accusations.
No. What they said today is fake news.
However, the situation ended up in court where the woman claimed that Ronaldo paid her hush money, $300,000, and felt she should receive at least $25 million in damages. But as the lawyers representing Ronaldo intervened, they found out it was the woman who was at fault. But really, as crazy as it may sound, it's not the only rough day our idol had. Ronaldo experienced the greatest tragedy of his life. Because right after he and his girlfriend announced they were expecting twins, the world learned devastating news.
Now, this post online from the Manchester United and Portuguese footballer Cristiano Ronaldo. It is with our deepest sadness we have to announce that our baby boy has passed away.
Probably the worst moment that I passed through my life since my father died. When you have a kid, that you expect that everything will be normal, and you have that problem. It's hard, you know.
And Ronaldo's teammates knew he was going through a tough time, so they didn't care if he missed the next match. But Ronaldo didn't want to let everyone down, so he stepped onto the field. He made history, scoring his 100th Premier League goal and dedicated his celebration to his child. Wow, everything Ronaldo does is legendary. The only reason Ronaldo became a legend is the secret behind his jersey number. As a teenager, the first number Ronaldo wore was 28, until he wore it in a friendly match against Manchester United and dominated their team so much that they asked him to join their club immediately. In a few days, they gave him the most expensive contract of any teenage footballer, over 12 million euros, and he officially became a phenomenon. The only problem was Manchester United didn't just want him to be a star, they wanted him to follow in the footsteps of legends and forced him to change his jersey number. Wow, if it weren't for that decision, we would have never heard of CR7. Also because CR28 doesn't sound good. But at number 1, Ronaldo is quietly changing the world. There's no other athlete who loves saving lives as much as Ronaldo does. From paying $83,000 for brain surgery for a young fan, to spending $165,000 for an oncology center, he even helped his mother overcome illness. Ronaldo also auctioned off his Ballon d'Or trophy for $600,000 and donated all the proceeds to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. But this is just the beginning, because Ronaldo was motivated to save as many people as possible during the COVID pandemic. He donated not only $1 million to Portuguese hospitals to help fight the virus, but also took a $4 million salary cut so that none of his club's employees would be laid off. But some of Ronaldo's biggest donations came after devastating earthquakes, like in Syria and Turkey. Ronaldo sent planes with aid packages, and after an earthquake struck Nepal, Ronaldo donated $7 million to help the country. This earned him the title of the most charitable athlete of all time. Even though it may have cost him millions, it's worth more than anything he's done on the field. What Ronaldo's doing for the world makes me think that there will never be another one like him. And as you can see, there are many things Ronaldo doesn't talk about much, but if you didn't know these things about him, you would have never known that Ronaldo and his legend might not have existed if he'd lost his life in this incident. Click here to see the full story.